found you in the womb. I knew you, said the Lord to Jeremiah. These words remind us that God chooses us even before we understand our own purpose. Dear judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends, let me take you back to a time when the people of Judah had forgotten their God. They were doing what was wrong, cheating, lying, worshipping false God. In the middle of this troubled land, God chose a young boy named Jeremiah to deliver his message. But Jeremiah was afraid. He said, I am too young. I don't know how to speak. Still, God whispered in his heart, do not be afraid. I will be with you. So, this young, quiet boy became a bold prophet. Jeremiah walked through cities, stood before kings, and told everyone, turn back to God before it's too late. But instead of listening, the people mocked him. One day, the officials of Judah were furious because Jeremiah's words discouraged the soldiers. They went to the king Zedekiah and said, this man must be put to death. The king allowed them to do as they pleased. So they took Jeremiah and lowered him into a deep, dark pit, the courtyard of guards. There was no water in it, only thick, sticky mud. As he sank into the mud, Jeremiah was cold, hungry, and alone. But God had not forgotten his prophet. Ebed-Melech, a kind man from Ethiopia, heard about Jeremiah's suffering. He went to the king and begged to save him. The king agreed, and Ebed-Melech gathered 30 men, lowered ropes, and carefully pulled Jeremiah out. God's servant was rescued. After Jerusalem was captured by the Babylonians, only a small group of people remained in the land. The leaders came to Jeremiah, their faces filled with worry. They said, please pray to the Lord your God for us. We will obey. Jeremiah prayed for 10 days. Then God gave his answer. It was a simple command. Trust God, be safe, stay. But sadly, the people's fear was greater than their faith. They refused to listen. Instead of staying, they ran to Egypt, taking Jeremiah with them. And there, the very trouble they feared came upon them. Jeremiah's story teaches us a powerful lesson. He spoke not to win applause, but because it was right. He cried not because he was weak, but because he loved his people deeply. That's why we remember him as the weeping prophet. Jeremiah remained faithful to God even when the whole nation stood against him. May we also be like Jeremiah, courageous, obedient, and full of love for others, so that when God speaks, we listen with our hearts and follow His ways. Praise the Lord.